Hi, this is Lee Milteer. Do you have goals and dreams that would make your life more rewarding, but you talk yourself out of going for them? Instead, you may be giving yourself reasons why you fail before you even start. If so, stay tuned and watch Untamed Success, Positive TV.
For over 20 years, Lee Milteer has changed the rules of the game of life.
Welcome to Untamed Success, Positive TV. I'm your host, Lee Milteer. Our topic today is face your dragons and win the game of life. So you're probably asking, what exactly do you mean by dragons? I'm talking about our insecurities. We're not good enough, smart enough, attractive enough, young enough to do whatever it is we want to do. We've let those dragons suck away our power and life energy. One of the realities I've discovered as a performance coach is that we are self-fulfilling prophecies. What we think about ourselves tends to become our reality. Did you know that on an average day, 80% of your thoughts are negative? Can you imagine what they are on a bad day? We're literally programming ourselves to fail or be too scared to try new things. I want to share a personal story about my attempt to write my first book. Little did I know what followed would be one of the most profound lessons of my entire life. One that would cost me untold time, energy, and money. Well, 20 grueling months later, after a host of different editors, I simply gave up. Faced with the task of writing a book, I turned into a quivering mass of fears and insecurities. Quite simply, I just didn't believe I had what it took to write a book. I abandoned the idea altogether for 2 months, and not a single day passed that I didn't question my decision and beat myself up about letting that project best me. I was part of a coaching program. I confessed to my mentor that I was afraid. I remember this well because she looked me in the eye and she said, "Lee, now you must write the book. Not for your career, fame, or to impress any of your colleagues, but you have to write the book as if no one in the world will read it but you, because you have something important to say." So face it, folks, the price for not facing your dragons is lost opportunities, time, self-esteem, and the misuse of your potential and talent. Frankly, I've grown to believe it is easier to face up to life and do the best you can. And yes, I did write the book, and it was the first of many that I've written. In fact, by facing my own fears, it has actually led me to massive success that I would not have had if I had not been willing to fail. Now let me give you an interesting definition of the word fear. Fantasized experiences appearing real. Most of the things we fear are simply an exaggeration of our imagination. There's a great quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. "You gain strength, courage, and confidence in every experience where you look fear in the face. Do the things you think you cannot do." So, it's time to slay those dragons. Our question of the week comes from Lisa Ford of Newport Beach, California. And she says, "Lee, I grew up in a super critical family environment. Whenever I want to try something new, I become so critical of myself that I get paralyzed. How do I get myself moving in the right direction and become more productive?" Well, Lisa, you have what I call the perfectionism dragon. The good news is you can beat this dragon with some awareness and effort. I can say that with confidence because I have. You see, most people don't even realize it, but being a perfectionist causes procrastination. It causes you to put off doing what needs to be done. The root of procrastination is fear that we won't do something perfect, so we are reluctant to even get started. You see, striving to be perfect creates unrealistic expectations, pressures, and problems. Being a perfectionist creates stress and suffering, so being spontaneous and playful is almost impossible. There is nothing perfect in life. No perfect careers, no perfect marriages or kids. So why do we expect ourselves to be perfect? It holds us back from really living. So Lisa, How about giving yourself permission to turn your back on that old type of thinking and behavior? As of today, avoid giving yourself that label of being a perfectionist. Instead, label yourself as a person who is flexible. Give yourself a break here. Commit yourself to doing just the best you can do. Thanks, Lisa. Great question. I'm going to send you a copy of my book, Success is an Inside Job. On the sidebar, you'll find links to my website, milteer.com, and links to my books and coaching programs. Now, stay tuned for our next episode called Creating Prosperity Regardless of the Economy. In spite of what you think, there are opportunities that exist around us, and I'm going to show you how to see them. The thought I'm going to leave you with today is, life is short. So go where your heart leads you and be an untamed success. This is Lee Milteer saying it's a wrap. See you next time.